we're hustling. We're hustling. We're actually hustling. People just don't know that. They think writers have it easy. It's a hustle out there for writers, isn't it?
It's a weird hustle. It's
So,
not hustle culture where it's like
yeah.
more and more and more. Because
Mhm.
what I've learned, and just from doing this podcast, is that slowing down, like you have to pace yourself. You can't
Mhm.
hustle, hustle, hustle. Like you can't be like, all right, I'm going to write 100 pages and then I'm hustling. Like that does not happen. Like, I mean, there are some days where you can write like 100 pages in a weekend, but that's not normal, unless you constantly do it, unless you're like a ghostwriter. But to me, I was like, wait, I can't hustle through, just like we said before, you can't rush, you can't hustle through that writing. You've got to let the story come to, you've got to let the story work, or you've got to work through it. And that's
I think
really hard
hustle
for
is
me.
like a book every 4 years, a book every 5 years. I mean, that kind of hustle, like laid back, let
Yeah.
life happen as well. I'm
Yeah.
not a mass production. I never think, I mean, you can do like flash pieces, which is an hybrid. It's a big thing. I love hybrid fiction or nonfiction. So it's basically, it gives you leeway to just throw everything together, prose and poetry and flash fiction and everything, and you make a piece that's a hybrid. It's like a little monster of literature, and you just throw it out there, and there are magazines that accept that. So consider that. That's like, I always have, when people ask me, like, starting with a novel is very ambitious, right? If you don't have a lot of experience.
Yeah.
So why not start with little publications for those who are starting out with hybrid, with flash, because hybrid is so hard to pin down. It's, you can get away with anything, honestly,
Yeah. There's
if you
no
write well.
rigid.
If you
Yeah.
write well, yeah, you can't write like, can't write just anything. But if you write well, put stuff together, it's, call it hybrid. You can get it published, so it's nice.
Yeah, I see, especially with a lot of, I've seen a few guests on the show, novellas, like 100
Yeah,
pages. Like it's not like a 300-page novel, which requires a
yeah.
lot of editors and things like that. But that's a quick novella that's just a really
Mhm.
good, juicy story. Because also people, and what I've noticed with content creation, just because that was my business when I first started, that's what I started
Mhm.
making money off of, was that people want different things. Some people are going to listen to this episode all the way through for the full hour, hour and a half, whatever. And some people do. It's great for my numbers. But some people just like to listen to little clips. So I clip them out and give it to them.
Mhm.
Some people like, only have time for a 100-page story, and some people have time for like a full 300 or even 400-page novel.
Yeah.
People all want different things. And I think being able to be diverse with your writing, to give your readers, like, you want a little juicy novella story. It's steamy, it's scary, it's deep, it's adventurous. Yay! Here you go.
Yeah.
Here you go. Download it now. Read it on your Kindle, or just
It's
Amazon
true.
2-day delivery. There you go. It's here. It's
It's
it's it's
true.
it's available to you. And
Mhm.
or publishing on Kindle, where I can, like, I read the first few pages. If I'm not into it, I don't finish reading it. Um,
Yeah.
and then I go
Yeah.
to something else. So the world has really changed.
It
And
has.
authors give Spotify playlists in some of their books. I'm like, really? You want me to listen to this while I read it? Are you sure? But they do, or they like
I'm
reference this
actually doing,
song.
by the way, speaking of that, Stardust Diaries is going to be an audio as well, which I don't know why it needs to be an, but I guess
Oh,
some
it's
people want it
great.
audio.
No, that's amazing. I'm so glad you brought that up, because audio poetry is, producing audio drama is like my new favorite thing. And it's such an
Okay.
adventure. So this is actually really good. Audiobooks do really well on Audible as far as sales. Like they bring in more money than books,
Yeah.
apparently.
Oh,
And
nice.
it's just really hard to get them through the QA. And you probably will need a professional sound designer with the soundscaping,
It's
or
a
an actor.
publisher. They're doing it. I'm
They
doing it
do
in a
it.
studio. I haven't done it yet because of the voice thing, that because I have to read it. I probably have to go in twice, but it's a new experience. So yeah, I think that, I'm just like, kind of, what's that thing, that American expression, that I'm so bad at American expressions. I always remember expressions and they're totally not
Well,
American.
Americans have weird expressions. You have like
Fly by the
cowboy.
seat of your, what is
Fly
the
by fly
fly
by the
by the
seat of your
seat of your,
pants. Fly by the
that's
seat
the
of
one.
your
That's
pants.
me.
Yeah. Well, that's a
Yeah,
pant.
okay. So I got it right.
Yeah. So that's like what a pantser is, like, because you're always like, you just
Panther.
write free will. Yeah, you
I
fly by
am
the
a
seat of your pants.
totally. I try not to be a pantser, but I guess I just am. I know it's not, it's frowned, it's frowned
No,
upon, and
it's
people like to.
I would say 60 to 70% of the authors here, probably higher than that,
Really?
are
Yeah.
pantsers, and they admit
Oh,
it. They
that's
love it. And I've actually tried to embrace it because I'm a rigid plotter. I'm very rigid with my
Mm,
outlines because I'm Capricorn, and you're Gemini, so you're an
yeah,
adventurer, right?
yeah.
Um, so we're so that I'm so rigid that my stories actually suck when I'm too rigid. If I don't let go just a little bit, and give my
Yeah,
characters some space, oh my God, that's when my story gets better. And I've learned that
yeah,
from other pantsers.
Capricornians. Well, that's
Yeah.
why we'll make a good team for our retreats, because you're good
Yes.
at like being, yeah, I'm not good at that stuff that you're good at. And